the Pine-Richland Hall of Fame is a fitting and ongoing tribute to the student athletes who have brought pride and excitement to the school district and community. The Pine-Richland School District and Athletic Department are honored to have such an esteemed class of inductees to be enshrined into the Athletic Hall of Fame for this year. Now, let's meet the 2021 class of Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Famers. Up first is a team induction for the 1970 Rams football team. The team from 1970 was the second team to earn the WPIAL championship in school history. The football team was undefeated in 1970 and posted 6 shutout victories. The starting defense only gave up 2 touchdowns all season long and defeated Beaver High School in the Class A WPIAL championship game. Quarterback Mike Butterball was named WPIAL MVP, and he, Chip Koser, Chuck Pratt, Ty Richardson, Norm Worth, Ed Fleming, and Paul Kyle were each named Class All-Stars. The team was led by Coach Gene Sullivan, a Pine-Richland Hall of Fame inductee in 2019, and assistant coaches Jerry Matulovich and Ken Argall. The coaching staff also included several coaches who have since passed and include Jim Dalrymple, Bill Riley, and John Septis. Congratulations to the 1970 football team. They are now part of the Pine-Richland Hall of Fame. Our next inductee into the 2021 Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame is 1968 Richland High School graduate Art Posadi. Art was a 4-sport athlete. He played football, was on the track team, he wrestled, and played basketball. He was a captain on the football and track teams for 3 years. He was a WPIAL co-MVP as a running back in 1967 and was honored as a Richmar Rotary Outstanding Athlete in 1968. Art set the Pine-Richland 100-meter dash record, which stood from 1968 to 2017. He also set the school rushing record in football in 1968 with 1,298 yards. He ended his Pine-Richland career with an amazing 11 Division I scholarships and continued to play his football playing career at Duke University. Welcome, Art Posadi, to the Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame. The next athlete being enshrined into the Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame graduated from Richland High School in 1970. John Harold was a member of the football and track and field teams. In 1969, he was a WPIAL Class MVP of the Year as a running back. He also played safety and was a standout on special teams. In track, John held the school record in the 222 meters with a time of 22.8 seconds. After his senior year in football, he was nominated for Pennsylvania's Big 33 All-Star team and continued his playing career at West Virginia University under legendary coach Bobby Bolden. John was also a member of the Pine-Richland 1969 football team and was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and that team was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2019. Welcome, Pine-Richland Hall of Famer, John Harold. Next, we turn to one of Pine-Richland's swimming greats, Caitlin Malloy. This 2009 graduate of Pine-Richland High School was an incredible and distinguished member of the Pine-Richland High School swimming team. She served as a team captain, as both a junior and a senior, and is currently number 6 on the all-time points for Pine-Richland swimming scoring list. She had team records at the time of her graduation in the 500 freestyle, 200 freestyle, 200 individual melodies, and as a member of the 400 freestyle relay team. She was a 3-time PIAA state place winner and was named All-State Honorable Mention in 2006, 2008, and 2009. In 2008, she was named All-American by the National Interscholastic Swimming Coaches Association, which was the first ever for a Pine-Richland student athlete on the swim team. She continued her athletic career at Boston College, and tonight, Caitlin is known
as a Pine-Richland Hall of Famer. Congratulations, Caitlin Malloy. Next into the Pine-Richland Hall of Fame is Jay Novak, who graduated from Richland High School in 1986. He was a member of the track and field team. Jay was the 1986 WPIAA state champion in 3,200 meters and runner-up for 1,600 meters. He was the AAPIAL champion of the 1,600 meters in both 1984 and 1986, and in the 3,200 meters in 1986. In 1984 and 1985, he was the AAPIAL champion in cross country. He is the all-time record holder at Pine-Richland in the 1,600 meters with a time of 4 minutes, 10.9 seconds. He's currently listed in Pine-Richland's all-time top 5 in track events. He was the all-time point scorer in track and field during his high school career. Jay continued his athletic career at Penn State University, and now Jay is a proud member of the Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jay Novak. Our final Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame inductee this evening is Michael Van Sickle. He's a graduate of the Pine-Richland class of 2005, where he was a 3-sport athlete in golf, basketball, and baseball. Michael was a 3-time PIAA individual qualifier in golf and a 2-time WPIAL golf individual champion. In 2004, he was the West Penn Golf Association Junior Player of the Year. Michael went on to play collegiately at Marquette University, where he was Conference Player of the Year in 2009. He's played on the PGA Tour, the Web.com Tour, Canada PGA Tour, and the Latin American PGA Tour. And tonight, he stands proudly on the tee box as a member of the Pine-Richland Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Michael Van Sickle. The Pine-Richland School District is proud to welcome all of the 2021 inductees and their families into the Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame this evening. Please give them all another round of applause as we congratulate each of these high-achieving athletes and welcome them into the Pine-Richland Athletic Hall of Fame. Now, please focus your attention to the end zone tonight. The Pine-Richland Marching Band is proudly premiering their new uniforms. The band would like to thank the school district for their continued support of the band's program and thank the band boosters for quickly organizing the uniforms to make tonight's debuts possible. And now, without further delay, please welcome the world-famous Pine-Richland High School Marching Band as they take the field.
and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats to the playing of our national anthem. This evening's posting of the colors will be performed by the Pine-Richland High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard under the supervision of retired Major Michael Morrison. Members of tonight's Student Color Guard include Kenzie Roy, Connor McHugh, Luke Polito, and Logan Jackson. Following the national anthem, please remain standing for the playing of the Pine-Richland alma mater and until the Color Guard exits the field area.
How about a nice hand for the Pine-Richland Marching Band? And once again, welcome to Pine-Richland Stadium and tonight, your Pine-Richland Rams are hosting the Penn Hills Indians in a WPIAL 5A conference matchup. All fans are reminded the Pine-Richland Stadium and the surrounding school campus strictly prohibit tobacco usage and the use and possession of alcohol, controlled substance, and weapons. Outside coolers are not permitted to be brought inside the stadium. Throwing any object in and around the stands are grounds for immediate ejection, as is any improper conduct that may disrupt field activities. Please keep the aisleways clear and the handicap areas open for those in need. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. Hope that you enjoy tonight's tilt between the Pine-Richland Rams and the visiting Penn Hills Indians.
Tonight's
WPIAL officiating crew include referee Andre King, umpire Lee Patton, head linesman Joe Caruso, line judge Jordan Grady, side judge Ron Jackson, and field judge Harold G. Pine-Richland Rams. Captains for the visiting Penn Hills Indians tonight are number 2, Julian Duggar, number 9, Alan Parker, number 11, Jaden Duggar, number 78, Luke Pugliese. Captains for your Pine-Richland Rams tonight, number 9, Cole Boyd, number 12, Adam Gerst, number 54, Connor Lenz, and number 68, Jacob Domer. Also number 8, Jeremiah Hazer.
Penn Hills has won the toss and has elected to defer. Pine-Richland will begin the game. Guys, shake up.
Tonight's Pine-Richland football all-in sponsors include Schultz Ford in Lincoln. Looking for a new Ford or Lincoln? Visit one of Richard Bassey's 4 locations and get Schultz-ified at SchultzFord.com. The Kelly Automotive Group in Butler, the best service, the best price. Shopping for a Chevrolet Kia Hyundai, see Brendan Kelly located just minutes north on Route 8, and by Barrel Toyota. Get your next
Good
Toyota
evening.
at Barrel Toyota. They're driven to be better. Shop Barrel
With tonight's
Toyota
game
in
featuring your
Denver,
Pine-Richland
or at
Rams versus the Penn Hills
barreltoyota.com.
Indians. Hello again, everybody. This is Aaron Kaler alongside me, Justin Puth Imperial. We are not Nicola. We are not Colin. We are actually filling in for them tonight. So we hope you enjoyed tonight's contest between the Rams and the Indians. Tonight's game is going to be played under what looks to be pretty clear skies. It is currently 65 degrees, and there is absolutely no breeze whatsoever. The Rams are coming off back-to-back wins, and the Indians are also coming off of back-to-back wins. Both teams, this is going to be their first section game or conference game of the season, and the Indians are currently 2-2, and your Pine-Richland Rams are 2-3. So, Justin, do you have anything to share before we get started here?
5A conference game tonight. Important game for both teams.
The Duggar brothers. Julian Duggar, the quarterback for this team, has built a great connection with the receiver Jaden Duggar, and on the Rams offense, the running back tandem of Palmieri and Eastburn, that's been their main driving force of this offense, and both of these defenses are very strong. I'm expecting a low score game with the defenses leading the way for both teams.
The Indians is Charlie Rosemeyer. For the Rams,
Rosemeyer,
there's the kick.
Starts the game.
And the kick is fielded by Andrew Mellis. And he is still on his feet. Still on his feet, there's no whistle. And he's eventually pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So about a 10-yard pickup there on the kickoff. So the Rams are going to actually start. They're going to mark the ball at the 20. So the Rams are going to start on offense on their own 20-yard line.
I'm expecting to see lots of running, especially on this first drive, to feel out this defense.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams on their first possession tonight.
Shotgun.
Jeremiah Hazer, the ball carrier to the far side,
Guards
about
there.
4 yards.
And they're going to spot the ball at the 25, so
Luke Pugliese on the stop, number 78, a gain of 4 for the Rams. Last scrimmage up at 29.
so a gain of 4 for the Rams, 2nd down and 6.
We'll probably another run here. We'll see if the coach tries a passing play here.
Huddle offense here, looking to the sideline.
It's like a bit of confusion going on. Hazley running off the field. Number 7 coming on.
John Rottinghouse is coming in. And I think you're right here, Justin. They are a lot of confusion going on. Another substitution.
Yeah. The play clock has just started, however.
Boyd's going to hand the ball off, and this is to Eastburn.
Eastburn, the ball carrier, number 2.
And he maybe picked up a yard, but they're going to spot him at the 29 for no gain. So 3rd down and 6.
Daquan Lewis, number 50 on the tackle.
So far this season, Palmieri and Boyd have been splitting the carries, and Boyd has been taking the ball sometimes too, mixing it up. See what they do here.
Boyd drops back the pass, looks downfield, fires, and it hits off the shoe of John Rottinghouse for an incomplete pass. And 3 and out. The Rams offense comes off the field, and they line up to punt the ball.
Brings up a 4th and 6.
good defensive showing from
Boyd sets
the
up in
Indians. We'll
punt
see what the
formation.
Rams defense can do against this offense led by Julian Duggar now after the punt.
Jaden
Back
Duggar,
deep to
number
receive
11,
the
number
punt
19,
for Penn Hills is DeAndre Cochran, and number 11, Jaden Duggar. And the punt is picked up and dropped right away, but easily recovered there by Jaden Duggar, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down just short of the 45-yard line.
That could have been a sticky situation for the Indians, but luckily for them, he was able to quickly recover it. We'll see what Julian Duggar can do now against this Rams defense.
Well, you're 100% right, Justin. The Rams came out and they were 3 and out against the Indians there, so a very strong defensive first stance there for the Indians. Let's see how the Rams defense does on this play. So the Indians are going to start on their own 43 with 10:44 remaining in the first quarter. And they're going to hand the ball off. And wrapped up is Amir Key. He's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2. See where they spot the ball.
Amir Kia has been the main running back for the Indians so far in the season. Just like Boyd, Duggar has also been pulling it and running it along too.
And the Indians break the huddle. Quarterback number 2 for the Indians, Julian Duggar, in the shotgun. And he's going to drop back and fires. And the pass is caught by number 11, Jaden Duggar. And they strip the ball. The Rams strip the ball. And
wow,
going down
what
the
a
other
play
way.
by the defense.
Nice play by Andrew Mellis.
I was expecting the whistle to be blown, but they let that play go on. This Rams were able to strip it, and they're out to 30, setting up the Rams. Great field position for the offense.
Big defensive play there. So the Rams are going to actually pick up at the 28-yard line of Penn Hill. So after a nice defensive stance by the Indians, the Rams do some magic there, and they're able to strip the ball, and they're back on offense.
We'll see what Cole Boyd can do with this field position.
So Boyd in the gun right now. Eastburn to his left. And he hands the ball off to Eastburn. No, Boyd keeps it himself. Gets a nice hole and runs up the middle. And he's going to pick up the first down and then some.
Great decision by Boyd to pull it. There's a great hole there. Pickup of 10. Only around 15 yards to the end zone now.
And the officials are going to spot the ball on the 15, so a pickup of 13 on that play. 1st and 10. Eastburn to his left, to Boyd's left. Mellis in motion, and he hands the ball off.
Like the touchdown! Rams.
Threads the needle. Brooks Eastburn runs it straight up the middle for the Rams' first score of the night.
2 plays after the strip by the Rams defense, the Rams scored. This is exactly what the Rams offense needed after that 3 and out. This game, like I said, is going to be led by the defenses, and that the defense to set the offense up like that, the offense needed to capitalize, and that's exactly what they just did. As the Rams go up 6-0, looking to go to 7-0.
And Joey Perry on for the extra point. The kick is up. And the kick is going to be good. With the score, Pine-Richland 7, Indians 0, 9:17 left in the first quarter. Rams with the first score and first lead of the night.
That was a quick drive too, only 2 plays with Boyd's carry and then the other running backs carry. Great job by the offense to capitalize on the gift that the defense gave them.
Get your ticket joy for one of the funnest nights of the year. Pine-Richland Touchdown Club.
We'll see how the Indians offense is able to respond after that fumble and see if they can get some points on the board to match Pine-Richland's score.
So So the Rams kicking team comes onto the field. Joey Perry lining up to kick off. Deep to receive for the Indians is number 7, Thomas Cameron, and number 23, Amir Rollins. 9:17 left. And there's the kick. It's a low kick and fielded and caught around the 25 by number 17, Lavelle Peters, and he's still on his feet, carrying the ball up to about the 37 before he's taken down by the Rams kickoff team. So a low kick and a decent return there for the Indians. And they're going to spot the ball on the 37 with 9:11 remaining in the first quarter.
It's a nice play by the returner to go east and west and then move his way back up the field. Set his offense up for a decent field position. We'll see what Duggar can do here.
Duggar in the shotgun. He's got 2 trailers out there with him. And he's going to hand the ball off to number 4, Amir Key. And he's still on his feet. And they're going to probably give him forward progress on that. Looks like he's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2. See where they spot the ball.
It looked like the Indians' offensive line was able to get some push and open up that hole for that running back, but those linebackers for the Pine-Richland Rams are very good. Headlined by Jeremiah Hazley, and he was able to get in there and make that tackle for the Rams.
So pick up a 4 on the play. Duggar back in the shotgun with Keith Congdon, number 13, on his left. We got some movement here and a flag.
Got a flag down before the snap.
I wasn't sure, Justin, who that was against.
Surprised if it's against the Indians. It's probably on the Rams for. Oh, looks like they're just going to keep playing.
No, it was against the Rams, but it sounded like the referee's microphone wasn't working too well. So it's going to be 2nd down and 1 after the 5-yard pickup on the penalty. Duggar hands off and run right up the gut. Number 82, Martell Palmer. Picks up the 1st down and then some. So the ball's going to be spot on the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 with 8:05 left. So Duggar back in the shotgun still. And he hands the ball off to number 4, Amir Key. And we got another flag on the play, right at the spot of where Key was brought down.
Looks like the Indians are moving back. Might be holding on the offense.
Nope, see if the referee's microphone works this time.
Holding. Offense number 4. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
So after the
good call, Justin. So the ball's moved back to the 47, 1st and 10. And another handoff to Amir Key, and he's going to bring it up to about the 48-yard line. So it looks like he got up to almost the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 13 with the ball spotted on the 49-yard line of the Rams.
I'll be waiting for when they try to use some play action. They've been running the ball a lot so far in this game. They've only passed the ball once, and that resulted in that fumble.
So Duggar in the gun with Amir Key to his left. And they hand it off to Key again. He's cutting outside, and he's going to be hit hard around the 49-yard line before he's eventually driven out of bounds.
So far, a great job by this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping everything in front of them. They haven't let anything get too far up the field before making the tackle.
So a pickup of 1 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 on the 48-yard line of the Rams. Got the band that's trying to psych up the Rams defense for a big stop here. And Duggar drops back to pass. He's pressuring and he cuts it up the middle. And looks like the ball came loose.
The ball is out.
And
it's Rams football.
Picks up the football. Another costly turnover by the Indians, and the Rams are going to take over.
Great play by the defense again. Julian Duggar was scrambling up the middle, and one of the D linemen was able to punch that ball out. Once again, giving the offense great field position and avoiding any chance of the Indians getting any points on that drive. Great job by the defense.
So the Rams offense marches back onto the field. The ball's going to be spotted on their 46-yard line with 6:18 left with the Rams leading 7-0. So Colton Boyd back in the shotgun. And he's going to pass it out. And caught by Eastburn. So a nice scramble. He picked up about maybe 9 yards on the play. And they're going to spot the ball, yes, 2nd down and 1 on the 46-yard line of the Indians.
Looks like the Rams are also going no huddle.
And they're speeding things up a lot more.
Yep, we'll see if they go into some sort of tempo.
So Boyd back in the shotgun. And he hands this one off to Eastburn. And Eastburn gets the first and then some. And he's eventually taken down at about the 42-yard line.
Nice job by Eastburn, avoiding the trash in the middle, just taking what he got on the outside, picking up the 1st down.
And the Rams are definitely in that no huddle, and they are moving the ball quickly. So 1st and 10 on the 41. Boyd back in the gun. He's going to drop back, fires downfield, and he had his receiver open. He just didn't turn his head in time. That was Jeremiah Hazley. So it's going to be incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Hazley was open there. He got the separation. It just didn't look like Boyd and Hazley were on the same page there. We'll see if they can get this connection later on in the game or on another attempt.
Yeah, it just seemed he just turned his head a little bit too late there. So Boyd's going to line up under center. We got Mellis in motion, and it's snapped to Boyd. And he's going to hand that off to number 25, Ryan Palmieri. Palmieri doesn't get too much on that play.
Good job by Palmieri fighting his way back up to the line of scrimmage. He could have been tackled for a loss there.
He's going to pick up 1 on the play, and this brings up 3rd down and 9 on the 40-yard line of the Indians.
They're going to need another 1st down if they want to kick a field goal. We'll see what Cole Boyd can do here.
Mellis in motion. And we got a whistle here. And we got Penn Hills coach marching out onto the field. We got
timeout. Penn Hills, they're first.
And the reason why, they called a timeout. So Justin, with 4:45 left in the 1st quarter, with the Rams leading 7-0, 3rd and 9 on a 40. What do you think the Rams are going to try to do here?
Well, I expect them to keep it on the ground. So far, the passing game hasn't seemed to work all too well when they've been trying to push the ball down the field. If anything, if we're going to see a pass, we're probably going to see some sort of hit the ball short and try to run long like we saw with that other play with Eastburn. They're definitely going to need another first down to try to get some points on this drive. And even if they get a couple of yards here, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams try to go for it on fourth down.
Definitely getting close to 4-down territory here for the Rams. So 3rd and 9 on the 40-yard line with 4:45 left in the first quarter. Boyd back in the shotgun with Brooks Eastburn to his right. Play clock winding down to 8 seconds. And Boyd was successful at making the Indians jump, so
it's going to be another 5 yards for the Rams. Make this third down a little bit easier to pick up.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Third down.
yeah, I think we need the ref's microphone check there. A little static.
Yeah.
So just like Justin said, a little bit easier here now. Instead of 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and 4 with the ball spotted on the 35-yard line of the Indians. Boyd back in the shotgun with Eastburn to his left. And he fakes the handoff and keeps it. He's scrambling. He's getting driven backwards, still on his feet. Still on his feet, and eventually throws the ball away. And I think they're going to rule it as yes, they are. They're going to rule it as an incomplete pass. But something real scary there as Boyd just kept going.
That could have been very, very bad for the Rams. Boyd had the presence of mind to throw it to an eligible receiver there, avoid any intentional grounding, and keep the ball at the same place. It's going to be 4th down here, 4th and 4.
So the Rams haven't had too many opportunities this year with 4-down territory. In the past, they've been known to do a pooch kick, but we'll see what happens with Boyd here. Trying to draw the Indians off sides. No luck this time. 4th and 4 on the 35. And it is going to be a pooch kick. A good one at it, too. Ball's going to bounce, but take an Indians roll, unfortunately. And it's going to be probably down at around the 20. So the Indians will come back on the field. The ball's actually going to be spotted around the 23. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line with 4:22 left in the first quarter.
That was a good job by the Indians defense, bailing out their offense after another fumble, and especially pressuring Boyd on that 3rd down, forcing this pooch punt. We'll see if the offense can get anything going here, get some points on the board before the first quarter runs out. There's 4:22 left.
So Duggar and Key in the backfield. Key to his right. And Duggar's going to keep himself, and he's quickly wrapped up and brought
play
down.
by the Rams defense. They read that all the way through. That player just came crashing in and took the quarterback down to the ground. That's going to be a loss of maybe 5 or so.
And that was a nice tackle there by number 54, Connor Lenz. I think he was in on the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 on the 18 of the Indians. So Duggar back in the shotgun, Key to his left. And he hands the ball off to Key. He's got a couple lead blockers. He's going to bring it up to about the 20, maybe around the 21, maybe a pickup of about 3.
Another good tackle, but it looks like there's a flag on the field. We'll see on which team this is on.
So with 3:38 remaining.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 40. It's a 15-yard penalty. Penalty results in the 1st down.
So the Rams are going to be guilty of a face mask penalty. So they are going to move the chains. So the Indians now are going to be on their 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
It's a costly penalty after that sack and another good tackle for the Rams defense.
And they're going to hand this off to Key. He hits the line, and he's still on his feet. and he bounces out, and he's able to pick it up, and he's eventually brought down around the 40-yard line. So a nice piece of running there by Key.
That was a great run by Key. Definitely thought he was going to go down at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to grind out those last couple of yards, pick up a nice game for first down.
Pick up a 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 on the 40-yard line of the Indians. Duggar back in the shotgun, and he hands this off to Key again, and Key's making a lot of nice moves, but he's eventually wrapped up and brought down by number 25, Ryan Palmieri.
Another nice run by Key. We'll see if they can keep this going. They've got a nice rhythm going with Key taking the ball most of these times.
So a pickup of 5 on the play. That brings up 3rd down and 1 on the 45-yard line with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first quarter, with your Pine-Richland Rams leading by a score of 7-0. Duggar's still back in the shotgun, trying to draw the Rams off sides. And they hand the ball off to Key, and it looks like he might be short. We'll see where the refs spot the ball, but the Rams feel confident. And yes, they are moving the chains, and
it's 1st and 10 for the Indians.
So far, this Indians offense is moving this drive. They got lucky with that face mask call, but they've used it to their advantage. They've kept this drive going with Key completely carrying this drive so far.
So 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line after that first down by the Indians. Duggar hands it off to Key again. He cuts it out to the left side, and he's got some running room. Lots of fancy moves there, and we got another flag that's thrown on the field after Key was brought down at around the 50-yard line.
Another good piece of running by Key. We'll see what the penalty is on.
Legal block in the back. Offense number 6. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So a block in the back is going to negate that last play. So they're going to redo the play. So it's going to remain 1st and 10 on the 46-yard line with 1:37 left in the first quarter, with your Rams leading by a score of 7-0. And they hand the ball off this time to number 22, Brendan Hill, and he fumbles the football. And the Rams are signaling that they got it.
Oh my goodness.
And the Rams do come up with it. Wow.
Wow.
Another turnover by the Indians.
3. That's incredible. 3 forced fumbles and all recovered by the Rams. This has just been an incredible showing by the Rams defense. The Rams defense has neutralized their offense so far by these very costly mistakes by the offense of the Indians.
And let's see if the Rams offense can capitalize. They capitalized on the first turnover, and they were stopped on the previous turnover. So let's see how they do on this drive. 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line with 1:21 left in the first quarter. So Boyd back in the shotgun. He drops back and he's going to throw. And the ball is incomplete. I think the intended receiver was number 7, John Rottinghouse. Incomplete.
You've got to be disappointed if you're an Indians fan right now. They had this decent drive going on, and they've been finding lots of space for Key to run and get some yards, and another fumble to eliminate Jet drive and give the Rams back the momentum. We'll see if the Rams can capitalize on this and get some points on the board.
So 2nd down and 10. Eastburn to the right. Mellis in motion, and they're going to hand it to Mellis. And he's still on his feet as he's going to be brought down around the 40-yard line. Pickup of maybe 3 on the play.
Nice move by Mellis. He was almost taken down for a loss, but was able to pick up around 4 or 5.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7, with the clock winding down to about 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Boyd back in the shotgun. He drops back, looks downfield, fires toward the center, and it looks like his intended receiver was Alec Gochis.
Cole Boyd took a shot on that last play, probably the reason why that throw was a little bit offline. Gochis has been Boyd's #1 receiver so far in this season. I don't think they've completed a pass together so far, but we'll see if their connection can be found sometime later in this game, because it wasn't found in that drive, and you're going to be forced to punt here.
So back deep to receive for the punt, Cameron Thomas for the Indians. High snap, but handled well by Boyd, but a kick that's going to go out of bounds. I see where they spotted. It looks to be the refs lining up around the 35-yard line. So about a 20-yard, 15-yard punt there.
That last drive was extremely reminiscent. That was almost the same exact thing as the drive before that for the Indians. A forced fumble and a stand by the Indians' defense to force the Rams to punt, keep the game at 7-0. Even though it's unfortunate for the Indians that they fumbled twice and they lost possession of the ball both of those times, the Indians' defense was able to keep them in this game and keep the game at 7-0 so far.
So the Indians' offense comes back onto the field. 1st and 10 on their 35 with 37 seconds left. Duggar back. Brendan Hill in motion. And they're going to keep the ball. And Duggar's going to bring it up to about the 40. It's going to be a pickup of about 5 as the clock winds down, and it's going to probably mark the end of the first quarter. So the clock is winding down. And it appears that the Indians have no plans to try to make another play.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
That's going to be it for the first quarter. So after first quarter, the score reads your Pine-Richland Rams 7, Penn Hills Indians nothing. And at this time, we would like to thank our sponsor for Pine-Richland Television, Supremos Pizzeria. Supremos Pizzeria has 2 locations, in Mars and in Evans City. Supremos Pizzeria. Order online at supremospizzeria.com. Supremos Pizzeria, where taste reigns supreme. I'd also like to mention tonight that before the game, Pine-Richland honored and recognized their class of 2021 Athletic Hall of Fame. There will be a ceremony tomorrow night at, I believe, around 7 o'clock at the high school. So be sure to tune in to check out the festivities. And also tonight, the Pine-Richland student section is celebrating an orange out to recognize 2012 Pine-Richland graduate Kyle Palmerloo. Orange was his favorite color, so they do that every year in memory of Kyle. So the second quarter is underway. Second and 4 on the 41, the Indians. And Duggar keeps it, and he's going to run it up the middle, and he's going to pick up maybe about a yard or 2, and they're going to spot the ball at the 42.
The Rams could really use this 3rd down conversion here. After 3 drives that have all ended in forced fumbles, they really could use the 1st down, and especially a drive that results in some points before this quarter is over. It would be tough to go into halftime trailing 7-0 or by more to see if the offense can get some points.
3rd down and 3. And they fake the handoff, and Duggar keeps it. He's on his feet and almost breaks it free, but he's eventually wrapped up and stopped by Bryce O'Brien. And if it wasn't for O'Brien, I think Duggar would have been gone.
Yep, that was a great play by the safety doing his job. He was the last line of defense right there, and he made the stop. If number 25 missed, that was going to the house. It's going to be 7-7.
And I stand corrected. That was Ryan Palmieri with the tackle on that play. So it's 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line. Duggar remains in the shotgun with Key to his left. And he hands the ball off to Key, who hits the line. And he's going to be wrapped up and taken down. Maybe a pickup of 1 or maybe 2.
Nice job by Jacob Domer right there, number 68, to beat his man and get force the running back to cut back inside to only pick up a gain of 2.
So the ball is spotted on the 47, gain of 2 on the play. Let's bring up 2nd down and 8 with 10:15 left in the second quarter. And Duggar hands it off and fakes, keeps it, and he's going to run it up to about the 45, and then he's pushed back, so we'll see where they spot the ball. Not a big gain.
We'll see if the Indians try to throw the ball here. They haven't been throwing all game so far, but this is looking to be around a 3rd and 7 or 3rd or 7 or so. So this is going to be tough to pick up with another running play. They've only been averaging around 3 to 4 yards per carry.
So just like Justin said, it's 3rd down and 7 with Key and Brendan Hill in the backfield. Back to pass is Duggar, and good coverage on the play. Attempt the receiver, and they're going to put a flag. Flag comes out very, very late with this attendant receiver, Akee Parker. So we'll see what happens here. Big call coming up. I mean, it didn't look like it was pass interference, but
yeah, absolutely.
But maybe something happened on the sideline.
Pass interference. Defense number 6. The 15-yard penalty on the previous spot. First down.
That's a tough penalty because the Indians probably weren't going to pick that up, even if that man wasn't there.
That was a tough call there. That was made. And the Indians are going to have the ball on the 30 of the Rams, so just what the Indians ordered there. So we got Brendan Hill in motion, and they give the ball to Hill.
Great play by Domer right there. Number 68 shedding his man and tackling that running back before he could make it up to the linebacker's level. Good tackle, good play.
And I apologize, that was actually Key that was running the ball there. So a pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. With the ball now on the 27-yard line of the Rams, with 8:50 left in the second quarter. So Key to Duggar's left. And they give it to Key. Key hits the line, and he's going to be wrapped up close to around the 25-yard line.
This defensive line for the Rams so far has been doing an excellent job of containing these runs to 1 to 3 yard gains. Outside of that 1 carry by the quarterback, there hasn't been much running plays that have been made to the 2nd and 3rd level.
Excellent observation, Justin. Only a pickup of 2 on the play. So this brings up 3rd down and 5 on the 25-yard line of the Rams. Duggar back there with Key and Hill. And Duggar throws to the side, and the pass is going to be caught and still on his feet.
Pass complete on the far side to number 11. That's Duggar to Duggar.
So Duggar to Duggar connection there. Like you said, Justin, that's their favorite target.
Yep, nice play by those two. I'm sure the Rams defense was expecting a run there, and Duggar was able to get wide open for that throw and was able to break a tackle for another little bit of a gain. They're going to be close. It's going to be around the 15-yard line, only 15 yards until they're in the end zone. We'll see if the defense can get a stop here and hold them to 3.
1st and 10 with 7:30 remaining in the second quarter. Indians with the ball. Duggar pitches it off to Key, who cuts it out to the right side. Has a nice hole, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down close to about the 6-yard line. So a nice run there by Key. And they're actually going to spot the ball on the 8. So it's going to be 2nd and 3, a gain of 7 on the play.
It's a nice run to the outside. We haven't seen much of those so far. It's been mostly towards the line.
Key and Hill in the backfield with Duggar. And Duggar hands off to Key, who's quickly hit at the line and still driving forward. And eventually the whistle blows.
Yeah, once again, this defensive unit for the Rams, especially their D-line, they're winning their one-on-one matchups. The D-line is beating a bunch of the guards and the tackles, and that's why this running game for the Indians haven't been working as well as it usually does. I'm expecting to see more runs to the outside like we saw on first down, away from the defensive line, and force some of the cornerbacks and the safeties to come up and make a tackle for the Rams.
So 3rd and 1 on the 6 of the Rams. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And it looks like we got a timeout. And Penn Hills will take their second timeout. So at this time, we would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Supremos Pizzeria. Supremos Pizzeria has 2 locations, in Mars and in Evans City. Supremos Pizzeria. Order online at supremospizzeria.com. Supremos Pizzeria, where taste reigns supreme. So with 5:54 left in the second quarter, your Rams still lead the Penn Hills Indians 7-0, but the Indians are driving right now with the ball on the 6-yard line, 3rd and 1. So what type of play do you think the Rams are going to run here?
Well, I'm expecting the Rams to try to take away the run like they've been doing all game. But the times the Indians have mixed it up and thrown the ball, it's been working. Even in that first ball from Duggar to Duggar, if Duggar hadn't fumbled that ball, that would have been a nice pickup. And that other play, Duggar picked up another 15 yards or so. I mean, albeit they don't need 15 yards, they only need 6 or so. So we'll see what they can do.
So big play right here for the Rams defense, 3rd and 1 on the 6-yard line. Duggar with Key to his left, and Duggar keeps it. He's pressured, and he's hit hard, but he's breaking 3, and he is indeed. Touchdown, Penn Hills. A nice piece of running there by Duggar, and the Penn Hills Indians are now on the board with the extra point on the way.
Absolutely, Aaron. That was a great run by Duggar. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fight through that contact and move through more contact to fight his way into the end zone, giving the Indians 6 points, looking to get this 7th point right here.
And number 10, Charlie Rosemeyer, on for the extra point. Jaden Duggar with the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with the extra point, the score now reads your Pine-Richland Rams 7, Penn Hills Indians 7, with 5:47 left in the half.
That was the best drive so far from the Indians, and obviously without having the ball fumbled, this drive was better than most of their drives so far this game. But we'll see what Cole Boyd can do here. I mean, outside of that great field position that the defense gifted him on the first possession, Cole Boyd and the offense haven't been able to do much. They could really use a drive before this the second quarter runs out and get some more points on the board and put them back into the lead.
And the Rams are set to receive when we come back from the half. So with 5:47, that leaves plenty of time for the Rams to try to get something going on offense before the half ends. And it would be very, very nice to go into halftime with any kind of lead.
Absolutely.
So Charlie Rosemeyer on to kick for Penn Hills.
Kick is ball.
The kick was bobbled, but picked up by the Rams.
Wow, that was a great return considering those circumstances.
So the ball hit. I didn't see who it hit for the Rams, but Ryan Palmieri comes up with it. And like Justin said, a decent return there after a bumbled kickoff. So the Rams are going to start on their own 27 with 5:40 left.
First and 10 for Cole Boyd and the Rams. Number 27, the time ball game.
So Boyd in the shotgun, trying to draw Penn Hills offside. To no avail.
Yeah, I thought I saw some movement from their defensive line, but no flag.
So Boyd hands the ball off.
Nice piece of running by...
Nice run by Eastburn.
Yep.
He really turned on the Jets there and was able to pick up quite a few yards. See where they spot the ball. So it's on the 34, so a pickup of 7 on the play. And Boyd's going to throw, and the pass is caught at about the 39-yard line.
On the far side to Alex Gokes.
So Alex Gokes gets the first down and then some.
Yeah, and it looks like the Rams are going back into a tempo, no huddle, running the ball right here.
A quick handoff, and we've got plenty of running room. He's off to the races. What a run by Brooks Eastburn. He really opened it up.
A run by Eastburn right there, splitting the middle open, getting the ball up to the 30, setting the Rams up for great field position. We'll see what Boyd can do with this.
And the Rams are still in that no-huddle offense, and it's working right now, everybody. So Boyd with the keeper, and he slides at about the 28, maybe 27-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
The Indians' defense just seems a bit unbalanced right here. They're struggling with this no huddle, high tempo offense right now.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 29, only a gain of 1 yard on the play. Second down and 9 on the 29-yard line of the Indians. Ryan Palmieri in the backfield keeps it. And a nice run by Palmieri, almost takes it to the first down. He's going to be marked probably about a yard short.
A great run by Palmieri. There's a tiny crease in there in the line to shoot up there, and he did it and was able to push forward for another couple of yards. It's going to be around a 3rd and 1 right now. We'll see if the Rams can pick this up.
So I don't agree with that spot, but it's 3rd down and 2. Trying to draw. And finally we get the flag. Second time in the second series in a row that Boyd was trying to draw Penn Hills offsides, and this time he was successful.
Offside. Defense, number 50. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's a big penalty there for the Rams' favor, and that's going to move the chains down to the 17. So it's 1st and 17 with 3:48 left in the half.
Absolutely. And with the Rams running the balls a lot this drive too, they've been able to run off quite a bit of time on this drive too. So even if the Indians are able to get the ball back, they're not going to have a lot of time to work with.
So Boyd back in the shotgun with Eastburn to his right. And they hand the ball off to Eastburn. He's got room. He's got a lane, and he's in for the touchdown.
Great play by Palmieri, and that was great. The defensive ends for the Indians all crashed in, expecting Boyd to keep that ball or to throw it, and nobody expected the run there. And Palmieri was able to just go off onto the left and drive his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Another 6 points for the Rams. We'll see if they can get it to 14 right here.
Untouched on that touchdown run. Boyd on the hold. Perry for the point after. The kick is up, and it looks like the kick is going to be good.
That was a great looking drive by the Rams there. They just moved the ball at will right there. The Indians defense just did not have an answer for that tempo and that no huddle offense that they were running. They just seemed unbalanced, and they couldn't stop them. That was a great job by the offense and a great way to finish that drive. 14-7 Rams.
So with 3:19 left in the first half, like Justin said, the Rams are now leading the Penn Hills Indians 14-7. And the Rams kickoff team goes on to the field. So now the Rams defense is going to have to try to stop the Indians.
Yep, they still have plenty of time to drive down and get some points. 3:19 along with a couple, I believe, one timeout.
Yes, one timeout for the Indians. Good call, Justin. Perry on for the kick. Back deep for Penn Hills is Duggar, and it's going to be a squib kick. It hits an Indian, and they're having trouble fielding it. I don't think the ball came out. I think it looked to be around the 30-yard line. It looked like number 21, Ontrell Plowden, was able to pick it up and hold on to it.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play by that one Indians player to touch that ball after it went past him. That could have spelled a lot of trouble for the Indians if the Rams were able to recover that ball.
Yeah, I think that was Markel Willis got his hand on it, and then Ontrell Plowden was able to pick it up. So big play or big recovery there for the Indians. So they're going to take over on their own 30, 1st and 10 with 3:14 left in the second quarter. Duggar back. He's going to hand the ball off to Key, who's got a small running lane. Takes it up over the 30, down to about the 33.
Yeah, so far I'm a bit surprised that they just keep on trying to run it up the middle. I mean, this defensive line headed by Jacob Domer has been really strong for the Rams. They've been struggling to run it up the middle so far, and I think they found some more success running it outside, and I'm expecting to see more of that coming in the second half.
And the Indians break the huddle. 2nd down and 7 on the 33 of the Indians, with 2:35 left in the second quarter. Duggar back in the shotgun. Strader in motion, and they pass it to Strader, who's going to be hit and driven out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So a nice short pass and nice run there by Strader.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, working outside of the numbers there, away from this defensive line, and they were able to pick up around 7 or so yards and set up a 3rd and manageable right here.
So a pickup of 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1, I'm sorry. And they hand the ball off to Key. A nice spin move up the middle, and he's still on his feet. And what a nice run there by Amir Key, who's eventually tripped up and brought down close to the 45-yard line, and they're going to actually spot it at the 46.
Great individual play there by Key. Key should have gone down in that backfield. It should have been 4th and 2 or so, but Key was able to hit that spin move and get away from that defender and work his way up the field, up to the 47 or so.
1st and 10, and Duggar fires, and it's going to be caught at around the 40-yard line by number 19, DeAndre Cochran. And the clock is still running with 1:24 left, and the Indians are going to have to start to speed things up here because they only have one timeout left.
Yep, they're gonna have to start throwing the ball more, which they haven't done this entire game.
2nd and 6 on the 40 of Pine-Richland. And Duggar drops back again to throw. And the pass is going to be bobbled and dropped by his brother. Jaden Duggar wasn't able to hold on to it, but that does stop the clock at 1:01 left in the second quarter, with the Rams leading 14-7.
I'd love to see the Indians try to take some sort of deep shot. The safeties have been working their way closer and closer to the box throughout this entire game because they know this Indians offense is completely run by Key and their running game. So the back end of the defense, if one of the wideouts can beat their cornerback, they're going to be open.
Duggar back to throw. He's pressured, and he eventually fires a wide open man, And a nice spin move, and is eventually brought out of bounds. Just trying to get a number for you, everybody. That's number 19, DeAndre Cochran, with a big pickup there. They're going to move the chains, and the clock is stopped with 53.6 seconds left.
That was a great play by Duggar there. Rolling out to his right, evading the pressure, and launching a throw off balance to his receiver. And that receiver was also able to get out of bounds. Or it looks like they called a timeout here, so.
Yes, the Indians have just called their last timeout as our student section gets pumped up here. Once again, they are wearing orange in memory of Kyle Palmerloo, 2012 Pine-Richland High School graduate. So it's always great to see the support that we have in memory of Kyle. So it's 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line for the Indians with 53.6 seconds left in the first half.
See if this defensive line can make an impact like they've been making this entire game. This Indian offense they really could use a touchdown here, as the Rams are going to be receiving the ball in the second half. And if it goes anything like the previous drives for the Rams are going to have no problem marching up or down the field and getting a touchdown.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line of the Rams. Duggar back with Key to his right. To his left. And the pass is completed to his brother. Untouched as Julian Duggar connects to his brother Jaden Duggar for the Penn Hills Indians touchdown.
That was a tremendous play call by their coach right there. The entire flow of the defense went to the opposite direction of the play, resulting in Duggar being wide open, having no trouble making it into the end zone. There was only one quarterback there to make the play on that receiver, and he was blocked up by another receiver, giving Duggar an easy lane to the end zone.
Jaden Duggar on to hold for the point after attempt by Charlie Rosemeyer. The hold, the kick is good. With the score, Pine-Richland 14 and Penn Hills 14 with 48.2 seconds left in the second quarter. We would like to thank our sponsor at this time for Pine-Richland Television, Supremo's Pizzeria. Supremo's Pizzeria has 2 locations, in Mars and in Evans City. Supremo's Pizzeria. Order online at supremospizzeria.com. Supremo's Pizzeria, where taste reigns supreme.
Now, it's going to be interesting to see what the Rams can do on this last drive, because, I mean, there's only 48 seconds, but they got 3 timeouts, so they can definitely work the middle of the field. They don't have to just push the ball towards the sideline to get the ball out of bounds. All it takes is one great run or one great pass, and the Rams could at least get a field goal on this drive.
100% correct, Justin. I'm very curious to see how the Rams are going to approach this, and we'll see what kind of kick they get with Andrew Mellis back deep to receive for the Rams, as well as Ryan Palmieri. So Charlie Rosemeyer on to kick for the Indians with 48.2 seconds left in the half. And that's going to be a deep kick. And it's fielded around the 10-yard line, still on his feet and brought down. Andrew Mellis about the 20. So a decent return there from Ellis. And only a couple seconds got shaved off the clock with 43.3 seconds left, with the score 14-14, Pine-Richland and Penn Hills.
It's a long way down to work their way into the field goal range, but like I said, 3 timeouts, 43 seconds. They have the time to do this. It's just going to be a matter of execution here for the Rams.
So the Rams offense comes onto the field. Boyd back all alone in the shotgun. He's got 5 receivers spread. Brooks Eastburn in motion, and they hand it off to Brooks, and he's got a nice hole. He's running outside. He's still on his feet, and eventually driven around the 38-yard line, maybe around the 36. He's driven out of bounds, so a nice run there to move the chains. And only a little bit of time got shaved off. We're down to 37.4 seconds.
Absolutely, Aaron. Also, he was able to get out of bounds, avoiding the Rams having to take a timeout there. Great play.
And the Rams in the no huddle here, trying to draw him off sides. And yes, Boyd is good again. So Penn Hills is guilty of going off sides.
I believe that's 3 now for the Indians defense. Boyd, whatever Boyd's doing with that count, it's been working so far.
That hard snap count. So it's going to be 1st and 5 on the 41-yard line of the Rams with 37.4 seconds left. Boyd back in the shotgun. And he fakes the handoff. He's looking downfield. He's got a wide open receiver, number 8. Jeremiah Hazley.
Great play by Hazley there, getting wide open. He just flat out beat his man there.
And the Rams are going to call their first timeout with 30.2 seconds left. So holding on to these timeouts is paying off so far for the Rams, with the score still 14-14.
And that athleticism in Hazley is just one of the reasons why he was recruited to play D1 football at Duke. He's a force on offense and he's a force on defense. And we'll see if the Rams can get him more involved on this drive or later throughout the game.
Yeah, Hazley was left wide open, ran in the middle of the field, and he was able to pick up the first down and more. And you can see our student section getting psyched up here for the Rams, trying to get into at least field goal range, but again, they got 2 timeouts remaining, and they have 30.2 seconds left, so there's still plenty of time to try to get something done.
Yep. We'll see if they can get another run up the middle or outside by Palmieri or Eastburn, or get another one of those throws to Gochis or Eastburn.
As the Rams break the huddle. 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line of the Indians with 30.2 seconds left. Score tied 14-all. So Boyd in the gun. Hazley in motion, and they're going to hand the ball off. And a nice piece of running there by the Rams. Straight up the gut.
So far, these running backs, especially on this drive and the drive before, they've been able to just make one cut and find a lane for around 5 to 10 yards. This offensive line is doing a great job of taking away the Indians' defensive line and their linebacking core.
And right away, the Rams called their second timeout. They still have 1 timeout remaining. With 24.7 seconds left, the ball's going to be spot on the 25-yard line. And with this timeout, we once again like to thank our sponsor, Suprema's Pizzeria. Suprema's Pizzeria has 2 locations in Mars and in Evans City. Suprema's Pizzeria. Order online at supremaspizzeria.com. Suprema's Pizzeria, where taste reigns supreme.
And with the Rams still having that 1 timeout remaining, they can still try running the ball one more time or hitting something up the middle like we saw with Hazley. Any play is available right now with that 1 timeout.
So 24.7 seconds left. The Rams 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line of the Indians. And the Rams are lining up 4 receivers. Boyd drops back to throw. He looks downfield. He's got his man open, just through his hands. What a nice throw there to Andrew Mellis. He just wasn't able to bring it in.
Yeah, that was a great throw by Boyd. Mellis would love to have that one back. He had that one. That would have been a touchdown.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 with 20.5 seconds left. As the Rams look to the sideline for their play call. Boyd back in the shotgun with Eastburn to his right.
Rams could still run it one more time to make sure they're in field goal range and burn their last time out.
And Hazley in motion. Boyd drops back the pass, fires down the middle of the field, tipped and eventually caught and intercepted by the Indians. Number 7, Cameron Thomas. And just like that, the Rams drive ends. With 10.9 seconds, the Indians are going to take over.
That was a great play by the defense, capitalizing on a poorly thrown ball by Boyd. And it wasn't so much as the throw, but rather the decision there. I mean, that receiver had 3 men around him, and it was broken up and picked off by the man behind him. It looks like this quarter is going to be ending 14-all.
And the Indians were definitely well prepared for that last play by the Rams. So Rams defense has come up big all night, so they marched on the field with 10.9 seconds. We'll see what the Indians plan to do here. Don't anticipate anything fancy. Actually lining up, and they're going to take a kneel. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to end the first half. And just like Justin said, the score is going to remain tied as we go into halftime. With the score reading, your Pine-Richland Rams 14, Penn Hills Indians 14. So be sure to stick around for halftime. We have coverage of the world-famous Pine-Richland Rams marching band. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Have a great halftime and enjoy the show. Go ahead and take a look at some crosstown scores from around the area. So currently, the North Hills Indians are leading 7-0 against the Cavaliers. Mount Lebanon is surprising North Allegheny by a score of 21-0. The Gateway Gators are leading their game 27-7, and Fox Chapel and Shaler are stuck at 0. So those are some out-of-town scores from 5A Week 5. So anything to add before we take a break, Justin?
I mean, if you're the Rams, you got to be happy with this quarter and this half. I mean, especially these last 2 drives. Even though this last drive ended in disappointment, they've been able to move the ball and get points on the board.
Coming onto the field right now for your viewing and listening pleasure is a group that will give you shrills and musical thrills. The Pride of Penn Hills, the 2021-2022 Big Red Marching Band. In January, the band will be going down to Walt Disney World in Florida. Here's a little tour of some of the things they might do, see, and hear while they are there. First, Disney is all about characters. And if the band wants to dress up as Captain America, Black Panther, or any of their other favorite Marvel ones, they have to go over to Disney Springs and check out the superhero headquarters. In the background, as they shop, this popular movie theme song that came out in 2012 will be blasting. Under the direction of our tour guides, Dominic Frollo and Gabby Bergovich. Is your band ready? It looks like they are, so let's hear the sounds of the Avengers. Next up, the band will go over to Epcot. While there, they can head over to the World Showcase and stop at the country of Norway. But there is a ride called Frozen Ever After, dedicated to all things about the Frozen movie series. You already built a snowman with the mallet section. It's now time to get into the boat, visit Elsa and friends, and let's go into the unknown. The band closes out their main tour this evening at Hollywood Studios. In Echo Lake, they'll be on a ride called Star Wars that will take them on a 3D space flight to a galaxy far, far away. It's time to get those lightsabers out as we hear the theme song for the 2019 movie Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. You've just got on a tour of Disney with the pride of the Penn Hills Big Red Marching Band. The band is led by Tiffany Szynski. Assistant directors are Lauren Fitzroy and Brandy Pertinacy. Color guard instructors are Cassie Kirby and Paige Bopp. Percussion instructor is Dave Kirby. Major captain is Ava Keeler. Color guard captain is Maylee Yethervong. This is the voice of the band, Eric Cooper, saying thank you so much for your attention and support this evening. And now it's time to turn over to the rock and roll sounds of the Pine-Richland Marching Band. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2021 edition of the Pine-Richland High School Marching Band under the field direction of Aiden Frick, Trisha Holmes, Ethan Jancy, and Michaela Roy. The band opens this year's halftime show with a 1970 song by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Here is Travelin' Band. will now feature our color guard to a 2005 hit by Green Day. Here is Holiday. Color guard co-captains are Lacey Duffy and Riley McDonald.
our world-famous all-girl dancer to the line, the 1965 hit song written by Fontella Bates. Here is Rescue Me. Tuba co-captains are Birthday Girl Lily Zerzowski, Ryan Goldberg, and Morgan Sadler. Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for, the band dancers, and we feature our drum line to a 1968 song by Steppenwolf, used in the 1969 movie Easy Rider. Here is Born to Be Wild. Drumline section leaders are Luke Paczynski, Justin Bang, and Will Laubacher. The band will close tonight's halftime show with a 1973 song from Grand Funk Railroad. Here is We're an American Band. Pine-Richland High School Marching Band is under the direction of Brian Scott, Jim Stillwagon, Jim Hopper, Ben Coder, and Mark Despair. Color guard instructor is Amy Billy. Dance team instructor is Kathy Beal.
My name is Lindsay Washington in front of the stadium. Tonight we are honoring our 2014 graduate, Kyle Palmerly, who was third in his class. The year before, he was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2013. His favorite color was orange, and this is why everybody is wearing orange tonight. Now back to you.
Aiden Amparski. Kobe Owen, Colin Owen, Justin Putenpureo, Jessica Stella, Kelly Schultz, and Carolyn Williams. Congratulations to these high-achieving students.
And welcome back, Pine-Richland fans. Hope you enjoyed that halftime ceremony from our Penn Hills Indians, our visitors, and of course our world-famous Pine-Richland Marching Band. And we just saw a video made by our Pine-Richland television crew explaining the orange out that we have tonight for Kyle Palmerly. So the Rams and the Indians are coming back to a score of 14-all. The temperature's cooled off just a little bit. It's now 56 degrees here at Pine-Richland Stadium. The wind has picked up slightly, and by slightly I mean 1 mile per hour. It was 0 before, we've now picked up to just 1 mile per hour. So definitely the wind is not going to be affecting the second half of the game. So the Rams and the Indians, like we said at the opening of this game, this is their first conference game, and they both are coming off of back-to-back wins. So, Justin, what are some things that, from both teams, if you don't mind doing some quick analysis here, that they can improve upon in the second half?
Well, I mean, the obvious thing with the Indians' offense is limiting the turnovers. This game might have been a completely different story if it hadn't been for those 3 forced fumbles by the Rams defense. And they just need to keep moving the ball on the offense, keep on running the ball. I mean, they found something that works with Key, and they just need to keep on using it. On the offensive side of the Rams, they need to keep using the tempo, and they need to keep using the no huddle. At the beginning of the game, they were struggling to move the ball, but with the tempo and the no huddle, they were able to drive down the field quite easily against this very good Indians defense. And for the Rams defense, just try. I mean, the D-line is doing an excellent job in my opinion, but just trying to limit the big plays and limit the explosive plays. And I think they've got a good shot of winning this game, the Rams.
Thank you, Justin, for that insight. For those of you that are just joining us, the Rams and the Indians are tied at 14-all. Starting off the second half, the Rams are going to receive the football and go on offense first. We also want to give a shout out to our normal anchors who are under the weather currently. So Nicola and Colin, we hope that you both feel better and you can be back here in no time. We're just trying to fill your shoes. So get well, you two.
Absolutely.
All right, so the clock is winding down. The Indians are going to their sideline right now, and the Rams receiving team is now on the field. And the second half will be getting underway very, very shortly.
It's going to be interesting to see if the Rams can carry over that momentum they had leading up to that interception in their first drive. They had a great drive going up until that interception.
14-14 as we start the third quarter. Penn Hills to receive Pine-Richland.
Oh, I guess I need to watch the football game, Justin, because the Rams are kicking off to the Indians. I apologize. See, this is why Nicola and Colin are usually here, and not me. Justin, you're doing fantastic. So the Rams are going to be kicking off here to start the second half. So on the kickoff for the Rams is Joey Perry, and back deep to receive for the Indians. And they're are going to get a chance to field it. And they said he stepped out of bounds. Number 23, Amir Rollins, is marked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. So a tremendous kickoff for the second half for the Rams. Yes, the Rams kicked off the second half. And the Indians are going to be pinned deep in their own territory to start the second half.
Yeah, this sets up the defense, Tim. If they can make a stop on this first drive by the Indians in the second half, this is going to set up excellent field position for the Rams. We'll see what the defense can do.
And the Indians coaching staff, we could hear them up here in the press box. We're not too happy with that out of bounds call. And we got a flag on the field now too. So we'll see what this is going to be all about, but I'm guessing it's going to be against Penn Hills. And Penn Hills coaching staff is coming out on the field. And I don't know, Justin. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I did not hear a call, but it looks like they're pushing the ball up, so I'd guess it was on the kicking. It was some sort of penalty on the return against the Rams.
Penn Hills is elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either.
Oh, okay. So they're saying the ball went out of
bounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're moving the ball up to the 40 because of that. You're saying before he fielded it, the ball was out of bounds.
Okay.
Yep.
So that makes sense. That's why Justin is here, everybody. So the Indians aren't going to be pinned deep in their own territory. They're going to start at the 35-yard line. The referees ruled that the ball went out of bounds first. So 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line of Penn Hills. Key to the right of Duggar. And they hand it off to Key. Key bounces off a couple tackles, still driving forward. He's going to pick up maybe 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And
we'll see where they spot
I
the ball.
just can't help but notice Jacob Domer, number 68, on every play. Every play he's beating his man, and he's forcing Key to always go wherever Domer is not. And that's why you saw that play. He cut back into the heart of the defense, forcing only a 3-yard gain.
Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 on the 38-yard line. Key takes the ball, and he's going to be hit and driven backwards. Nice stop there by the Rams.
Yeah, nice play by Jacob Domer there, getting his head into the play and making the tackle right there.
I guess he heard you, Justin, because he was all over Key on that play again. So this is going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 on the play of the 39-yard line of the Indians with 10:55 left in the 3rd quarter, with the score still 14-all. Duggar back in the shotgun with Key to his left, and we got a flag. I think it's going to go against Penn Hills for lining up offsides possibly, so we'll see what the call is. But Penn Hills seems to be thinking it's against Pine-Richland.
The refs have been taking a very long time to announce each penalty so far in this game.
Agreed.
Offside, offense, number 7. It's a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So I don't think that was, the referee said Charlie Rosemeyer. I don't think he was out there for that, but nevertheless, one of the Penn Hills Indians lined up offside, so this is going to push the ball back and bring up a 3rd down and 11 now. So the Indians have much more work to do here.
Yep, it's probably going to force a throw by their quarterback. We'll see what he can do.
Well, the Duggar connection has worked a couple times tonight. So Duggar back to pass. He looks downfield, looking for his brother, and there's going to be a pass interference.
That sure looked like number 11 dragged the cornerback out of the sideline, but we'll see what the call is. It's most likely going to be defensive pass interference, however.
And that was the pass attempt was to Jaden Duggar. And the penalty is going to go.
Pass interference, offense.
Oh, they
number
got
11.
it right. Yep.
That penalty's declined.
Yeah, from what I saw on that
4th down.
play, it looked like Jaden Duggar actually pulled the Rams cornerback out of the out of the sideline, rather than vice versa. So, I believe they made the right call there. It's going to back the Indians back.
Well, they declined. The Rams declined the penalty, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 11.
Yep.
So the Indians are going to be forced to punt here. Rosemeyer back to punt there for Penn Hills. And Justin, do you see who's receiving for the Rams?
I do not. It's like
that's Mellis.
Yep.
And he fields the ball at about the 35 with the fair catch.
All right, so now we can see if the Rams are able to carry over their momentum from the end of this first half and keep up that tempo, keep up that momentum, and continue to run the ball. They were running the ball very efficiently at the end of that quarter, and they were able to pick up yards at will. And we'll see if the Indians defense can respond to that, or if the Rams offense can continue that trend.
So it has been a game of turnovers so far for the Rams offense to get on the field, but now they have a chance on their 36-yard line, 1st and 10. So the handoff is going to be a keeper. So Boyd keeps it.
Yeah, it looked like they might have ran some sort of wildcat formation on that, with Palmieri taking the ball up the middle, faking it to Hazley. It looks like they might be lining up in wildcat again.
They are doing it again, yes. It's not fair that Hazley and Boyd have numbers so close together. So there goes Hazley, where Palmieri took the snap and handed it off to Hazley.
Nice cutback by Hazley, picking up a couple of yards, making this a 3rd and manageable right here.
And the Rams are going to remain in the wildcat with Hazley and Palmieri in the backfield.
3rd down and 5 for the Rams.
And Palmieri keeps it and runs it up the middle.
And that's going to make it 4th down. But I think all of our thoughts is where's Cole Boyd?
I saw him on the sideline. He didn't look like he's, in pain or anything. And he's actually out there to punt right now with 4th and 2. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams do some trickery here. Nope. A nice punt there by Boyd. Takes a Rams bounce. Fielded at about the 15-yard line. Bounced up and brought down around the 22. DeAndre Cochran with the return, and we got a flag on the play. And that was after the tackle. So a lot of late flags happening tonight.
Yep.
And Coach Campos is signaling that should be against Penn Hills, but
going back to that last drive, it was. I'm a little surprised they went out in Wildcat and didn't try to just continue what worked before.
Dead ball, personal foul, receiving team number 12. Has to ditch into the goal. First down, Penn Hills.
Personal foul goes against Penn Hills. So the ball's going to be moved back and spotted at about the 11-yard line for the Indians to take over. So 1st and 10 on their own 11 with 8:34 remaining. With the score still remaining, your Rams 14, the Indians 14.
All right, let's see what the Rams defense can do against this.
So Duggar back in the gun still, with Key to his right. And he hands the ball off to Key. Key breaks it to the left side. He may have made it up to the line of scrimmage, but definitely stopped pretty short.
That was a good play by the Rams defense. So far in this game, all the runs that have been explosive, greater than 15 yards, have been runs to the outside, and that could have been bad if he made it across the corner right there. But Rams were able to rally to the ball and make the tackle there.
Yeah, good observation, Justin. I noticed that about Key. Anytime he gets any little bit of running room to pick up speed, he's been pretty dangerous.
Absolutely.
So 2nd down 11, loss of 1 on the previous play. Key to Duggar's right, and they keep it to Duggar, and he cuts it up the middle. Has a small hole, and he's going to pick up a couple yards, but definitely well short of the 1st down, so that's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll see where they spot the ball. So a pickup of 4 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 on the 13-yard line.
Yep, this is... Yep, 3rd and 8. That's probably going to be a little bit too long for them to try a run. So we'll see if their quarterback can make a play with his arm this time.
And don't be surprised if that throw goes to the other Duggar out there. And Duggar drops back, looks downfield. He's pressured. He scrambles, runs up the middle, and the Rams defense close in on him. Duggar was able to pick up a couple yards, but he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So that's going to bring up 4th down, and the punt team is out on the field for the Indians.
Once again, I just can't stop talking about this defensive line for the Rams. I mean, they were able to cause, from the edges, they were able to cause that interior pressure, forcing the quarterback to move up in the pocket, allowing the linebackers and the other D linemen to make a play, and forcing them to go 3 and out. Just another great play by the Rams defense.
And back deep to receive for the Rams is number 1, Andrew Mellis. And back for the punt is Rosemeyer. And a nice punt there by Rosemeyer. And a nice return there for Mellis. He was able to pick up about 10 yards or so. So a good punt and a good return. And it looks like we do have an injured player on the field. But the Rams are going to be taking over. The ball's going to be, let's see where they spot the ball. It looks to be around the 33-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line for the Rams offense to start the next offensive series.
Looks like the injured Indian player was able to get up the field with it under his own power.
That's a good sign. And there we have the Rams cheerleaders there. Very briefly, as the Rams offense is back on the field.
All right, looks like Cole Boyd is back.
Yes, he is. So Boyd again trying to draw the Indians off sides. And they hand the ball off to Palmieri. Nope, make that Brooks Eastburn. I saw the 2. And Eastburn's able to pick up a couple yards on the play. Pickup of 3, it brings up 2nd down and 7 on the 30-yard line of the Penn Hills Indians.
Good penetration there by the defensive line of the Indians and the linebackers. They were able to get in there pretty quickly. Make this 2nd and 7 right here.
So Boyd back in the gun. And he has the handoff. This time goes to Eastburn again. And he's going to get close to a first down. He's going to be spot just short. So it's going to bring up third down and maybe about 3/4 of a yard. Not a full yard, I don't think.
That was an excellent run by Brooks Eastbourne right there. He had that patience there to wait for his blockers to take a man and clear up a lane for him. Good play by him.
Boyd with the handoff to Eastburn again. He's got the first down and then some. So he gets the first down. They move the chains. And the Rams are in business.
So far, this offensive line for the Rams is doing an excellent job of just creating little holes here and there for the running backs, Paul Mary and Brooks Eastburn, to squeeze through it and get significant chunks of yards each time. Every time they're having a third and manageable, allowing them to have all their options available to pick up that third down.
Boyd back to pass. He fires, and in and out of the hands of Andrew Mellis. Nice throw. Nice attempt there, but he just couldn't bring it in. It would have been enough for 6, but the pass is incomplete, and that brings up 2nd down and 10 on the 22-yard line of the Indians.
Fortunately for the Rams, that's the second time Mellis has dropped a potential touchdown. Those are just 2 that Mellis would love to have back. We'll see if the Rams can make a play here, and they still have 2 downs to work with to pick up this first down.
Boyd in the shotgun with Eastburn, hands the ball off to Eastburn. Eastburn bounces out to the outside, still on his feet, still carrying the ball, still going down, and he's brought down with a nice run close to around the 5-yard line. A nice piece of running there by Brooks Eastburn to move the chains and to get the Rams even closer to the end zone.
What a run by Brooks Eastburn right there. I mean, Brooks Eastburn isn't that big of a running back, but he has so much power in there to push off those linebackers and make a play.
Handoff goes to Eastburn again, and there's several flags on the play there.
Yep, that was a clear face mask. It's going to give him another first down, half the distance to goal. So far, this running game for the Rams has just been fantastic. I mean, Cole Boyd hasn't had to make
Personal foul.
A lot of plays.
Defense number 78.
Brooks Eastburn and
to the
Paul
goal.
Mary have done the bulk of the work for this offense.
So, Justin, you're correct. That was a face mask. So, with that, the ball's going to be spot on the 5-yard line. So, it's going to be 1st down and 5 with 4:25 left in the 3rd quarter. With the score still tied 14-all. So, Boyd in the backfield with Eastburn. And he fakes it to Eastburn, and Eastburn takes it. Faked me out, but he was able to pick up a couple yards.
So far, I mean, it seems that when they motion Hazley back into the inside, they run it the vast majority of the time. Hazley's a good blocker, too. Here it is again.
And Eastburn cuts to the outside, and he's getting pushed by his own quarterback. Even closer to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped short. And they're going to spot the ball at, looks to be about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, the heavier personnel for the Rams so far has just been working for the Rams in this run game. I mean, they're just a little bit bigger and stronger than this defensive line right now.
So Boyd with Eastburn and trying to draw the Indians off sides. Looks to the sideline, resets. And it's fumbled. And it was recovered, thankfully, by the Rams right away. They are going to lose probably about 2 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And it's going to be 4th and 4.
That's an unfortunate time to have a bad snap. The Rams, I think the Rams would have had that if they just had to pick up a yard. But this is going to be a tougher play call here to see if the Rams.
Well, the Rams are going for it.
See what the Rams do.
And Boyd again trying to draw the Indians offside. No such luck. Looks to the sideline, resets. Eastburn to his right.
4 receivers split out wide.
And the pass is going to be caught.
Oh,
What a catch! What a catch by Hazley for the Rams touchdown.
Goodness. What a play by Hazley right there. Fighting through the contact and fighting through that quarterback to get that touchdown. That was incredible. Great throw by Boyd.
And Boyd was covered, or I should say, the blitzing linebacker of Penn Hills would have knocked them senseless, but a nice block by Eastburn on the play to allow Boyd to make that throw to Hazley for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a good play call by the Indians right there, sending the slot corner on a blitz, but Brooks Eastburn picked up that blitz, gave Cole Boyd enough time to make that throw, and Jeremiah Hazley to make that excellent catch. Great drive by the Rams, and that's going to put them up 21-14. Great drive by the Rams.
Way to finish the drive. Perry with the extra point. And like Justin said, the Rams now lead the Indians by a score of 21-14 with 2:17 left in the third quarter.
Tremendous job by the Rams on that drive. That's exactly what they want. Being able to run the ball for the majority of plays, but while also still being able to pick up plays with Cole's arm when needed.
And very briefly, it looked like we have some of the class of 2021 Hall of Famers actually running the sticks for the game tonight. So that is pretty cool to have some athletic Hall of Famers helping out with tonight's game.
We'll see how the Indians try to respond to that drive by the Rams. This is, I feel like this is going to be a really tough game for the Indians to win if they go 3 and out and give the ball back to the Rams offense, which has a lot of momentum right now.
Joey Perry on for the kickoff. And Perry's going to do another little squib kick, goes right through the legs of number 19, and it looks like the Rams do not come up with it. A very, very close DeAndre Cochran, and the ball bounced right through his legs. But I believe it was number 16, Ken Eason, for the Indians, who fell on the ball and recovered it for the Indians.
Yeah, the Indians are very fortunate for that one. That was just a complete miss by, I believe, number 19 to get that ball, but he was able to get bailed out by his teammate there.
And we've kind of seen a mixed bag of kickoffs tonight from Joey Perry, and that one there definitely caught the Indians by surprise as their offense marches on to the field to take over on their own 31 with 2:13 left in the third quarter.
Yep, plenty of close calls, but no turnovers on the special teams part of things so far.
Thank you, Pine-Richland and Penn Hills fans, for playing tonight's 50-50 raffle brought to you by Sir Pizza Tuesday.
So Duggar with Key to his right. And the ball is handed off to Key, who's hit immediately, wrapped up.
What a play by Jacob Domer right there. Totally destroying his man and taking down the running back right there. Great play. He's been excellent this game so far. I mean, every single play he's beating his man and making his way into the backfield.
So no gain on the play after that nice tackle by Domer. The clock continues to run. It's 1:45 with Key to Duggar's right.
Second down and 10.
And Duggar keeps it, and he's able to break through quite a few tackles, and he's going to end up, he's got enough for a first down. So they move the chains, and the Indians get the first down with 1:25 left in the second half.
I mean, that was a good play call in the way that they just ran in the other direction of Domer right there. Domer was on the left, so they ran it to the right. Domer's just been disrupting every running play in some fashion.
So 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line of the Indians. Duggar with 2 backs available. Drops back to throw. It's pressured. He scrambles. And he tries to connect with his brother, Jaden Duggar, but the pass is short and incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10 on the 42-yard line of the Indians.
Good job by the Rams to generate some pressure there, and also good job by Duggar to evade it, but he missed a throw, but it's much better than to have an incomplete pass and a sack right there.
And the Indians break the huddle. Duggar in the back with his man Key to the right. And he hands the ball off to Key. He cuts it to the outside, and he runs into his own man and then gets wrapped up. Combination tackle there by Hazley. And I believe that was also Matt Heckert. So there end up going to be no gain on the play. So ball's still on the 42-yard line. 3rd down with about 25 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Good work by the defense right there, rallying to the ball, not letting themselves get outrun right there.
So the Indians are going to, I believe, call timeout. They were running out of time. So with 4 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, we'd like to take a brief moment to thank our sponsor, Supremo's Pizzeria. Supremo's Pizzeria has 2 locations, in Mars and in Evans City. Supremo's Pizzeria. Order online at supremospizzeria.com. Supremo's Pizzeria, where taste reigns supreme.
So far, this hasn't been a major factor, but the Indians haven't been doing a great job managing their timeouts. By the end of the 2nd quarter, they had like 1 timeout left, which forced them to make some difficult decisions, while the Rams had 3 timeouts, which allowed them to drive down the field on that last drive. I mean, it ended with an interception, but having those timeouts at the end of those quarters is really, really helpful, and it might come back to hurt them at the end of this game.
That marks the end of the timeout after we saw our student section again in the orange out in memory of Kyle Palmerloo, 2012 graduate of Pine-Richland High School. 3rd down and 10 on the 42-yard line. Duggar drops back to throw, looks downfield, scrambles, getting pushed backwards, still scrambling, tries to get a pass off, and it's going to eventually bounce out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to roll it as an incomplete pass or as a fumble. We'll see.
That was an excellent job by the Rams defense to generate pressure there. I mean, Duggar was able to evade it for a very long time, but he couldn't evade the last little bit right there. And it looks like they're going to mark that as a fumble because they're marking it where the ball went out of the sideline.
Well, the original line of scrimmage is at the 42, and right now the refs are standing on the 35 as our marching band gets psyched up. So while we're waiting for the referees to figure things out, let's take a look at some out-of-town scores around Whitfield for week 5. Right now, the Kiski Cavaliers are leading the North Hills Indians 10-7. Mount Lebanon's holding on by a score of 21-14 over North Allegheny Tigers. Gateway is crushing the Latrobe Wildcats 44-7, and right now Shaler and Fox Chapel are stuck at 0. And a score update: Mount Lebanon actually just went up 34-14 against North Allegheny. And we've got some time. Let's go to Lindsay for a brief report. Take away, Lindsay.
It's also special because we are honoring the Athletic Hall of Fame of Class of 2021, along with the honorees of the 1970 Richland football game. They were undefeated in 1970 and won repeal. There were 5 individual athletes from goal, swimming, cross country, and football teams. Now back to you.
Thank you very much, Lindsay, for that report. As we come back to the start of the 4th quarter, 4th and 17 on their own 35. Rosemeyer back to punt for Penn Hills. And he gets a nice punt off here. It's going to bounce at about the 41 and head out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 39. So a decent punt there by Rosemeyer as the Rams will take over on offense.
Yep, good stop by the Rams defense on that last drive. We'll see if the Rams offense can keep up their momentum from that last drive.
So 11:54 just broke into the fourth quarter. Your Rams right now are leading by 7 points, 21-14 in the fourth quarter as the Rams offense marches back onto the field.
I'd imagine if the Rams can make this a two-score game, it's going to be really tough for the Indians to make it back into this game. All they need is a field goal to make it a two-score game.
Boyd back there with Eastburn. Eastburn takes it, bounces up the middle, and he's going to pick up maybe about 3 or 4 on the play.
So one of the things I've noticed between both of these running backs for the Rams, Palmieri and Eastburn, is they both have great patience. Just like some of the best running backs in college in the NFL, they wait for their blockers to make their block and open up space for them. They're not just crashing in, hoping to get some yards. They're waiting and getting some blocks and picking up some yards.
2nd and 6 on the 43. And the ball off again to Eastburn. He's broke through just like Justin was saying, he followed his blockers and he brought the ball all the way down to the 39-yard line of the Indians. So a pickup of about 20 yards.
Yeah, just great run. I mean, he's just waiting for his blockers. His blockers are making a play, and he's cutting up the field. It's working so far. This running game has been working. It doesn't matter if it's Eastburn or Palmieri. Both of those guys are making plays in this game, and that's why the Rams are winning.
And they give it right back to Eastburn. He hits the line, and he breaks free. He's still on his feet. He's going. He's cutting down to about the 15-10. 5, he drops the ball in the end zone, and it's going to go out of the end zone.
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a touchback. Oh, my gosh.
A beautiful run there by Eastburn, only to lose the ball as he crosses over the goal line. And the ball eventually made its way out of bounds. So Penn Hills got a very huge break there.
Yeah, like that was just another great run by that running back. But, I mean, that defender made an excellent play punching out that ball at the last moment, and they're going to be bailed out by that. This game should be at 28-14 right now, but instead it's 21-14. Their offense is able to come back onto the field, and let's see if they can make a play.
Definitely the turnovers are being the huge factor tonight for both teams. So the ball is going to be placed at the 20-yard line after the touchback, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Hill in motion, and it's going to be a keeper.
Great tackle there by Jeremiah Hazley.
Duggar might have gotten back up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Duggar could have taken that for another 5 or 6 yards if Hazley didn't make that play, but he was able to work his way around the O-lineman trying to block and make that tackle right there.
So they're going to give Duggar a yard gain on that play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9 on the 21 of the Indians with 10:10 left in the game. And Duggar back in the shotgun. And he hands the ball off to Key, who cuts out to the right side. He breaks several tackles, still on his feet, and eventually he's forced out of bounds close to the 1st down.
Great job there by Key, just working his way through the contact and then working his way up the field. Excellent run.
Anytime that Key gets any chance to get those legs moving, he's hard to bring down.
Absolutely. Two very similar runs in Eastburn and Key. Both of them are just excellent in open space and are able to work their way through the contact. I think just the difference between the two is not so much in terms of the running game. It hasn't been so much the running back, it's been more in terms of the O-line.
3rd and 3 on the 27. And Duggar to throw, and it's caught.
Great
Duggar,
throw.
Duggar connection there.
That was not a very large window to squeeze that ball in there, but Duggar's able to get that in, and then they're at the 45 right now.
He was able to bring it in, like Justin said, and it's going to be spotted at let's say about the 46. And it's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 46. Duggar back. And he hands the ball off to Key, who cuts it out to the right side. And Key is eventually forced out of bounds close to the 50-yard line. So a gain of a couple. That's going to bring up 2nd down. And the clock stops at 9:31.
If the Indians can keep on working in these throws every now and then, they have been doing a much better job of just giving Duggar a little more opportunities to actually make some plays with his arm.
So Duggar hands it off to Key. Key again runs it to the right side. And he's got enough to cross over to about the 48-yard line of the Rams.
And I like this type of running they're doing right now. They're running away from the D-line of the Rams, which have been doing an excellent job of stopping them so far. So just run it towards the right side or left side, away from the line, force the safeties and the quarterbacks to make a play. And we're seeing a higher run success rate so far with this type of running.
So that brings up another 3rd down for the Indians, 3rd down and 4 on the 48-yard line. The Indians were able to convert last time they were at 3rd down on this series. And Duggar hands it off to Key, and he's hit almost immediately.
Ball's out!
And the ball came out, and the refs have not signaled who has it. They're calling him down.
They're calling him down.
So the Indians avoid another turnover, and they're going to get a chance to punt this ball away because that's going to bring up a 4th down. But once again, another, well, in this case, almost turnover to affect the game yet again. That's what? That would have been, what, the 7th?
Something
6th or 7th
like that.
turnover tonight?
It's been an absurd amount from both sides. It's not just been the Indians.
Sides. So Rosemeyer back to punt for the Indians. And I believe that's Eastburn or Mellis back to receive for the Rams. And a nice punt there. And the ball's going to bounce and take a Rams roll or a Rams bounce. But Rosemeyer with a beautiful punt. No chance for Mellis to return. And the ball's going to be spot. I think they're going to mark it all the way down at the 5-yard line. So a nice punt, and the Rams have a long ways to go when they get back on the field for offense. So 1st and 10 with 8:29 left in the 3rd quarter, with your Pine-Richland Rams leading by a score of 21-14.
Yep, excellent punt. The Rams are going to be pinned back far into their own side of the field. We'll see what they can do. I'm expected to keep on seeing more runs by Eastburn and Palmieri. That's been working so far.
So Boyd back with 2 feet in the end zone, with Eastburn to his left. 1st and 10. And he hands the ball off to Eastburn. He's got a little bit of a lane, but it's quickly eaten up. Still on his feet, and he's going to be stopped for probably no gain.
Nice play by the Indians' defensive line right there. They were able to make the stop, and it looks like it's going to be no gain right there.
So 2nd down and 10 with about 8 minutes left in the football game, with your Rams leading 21-14. Boyd again lines up in the end zone, trying that hard snap count to draw the Indians off sides. It's worked a handful of times tonight for the Rams. So checks back in with Eastburn to his right. Low snap, he's able to field it. Low pass intended for Mellis. It's going to be incomplete, and that's going to quickly bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate play right there. Low snap, low throw, dropped. now the Rams are going to be in 3rd and long, and if they have to punt here, this is going to certainly give the Indians excellent field position to make a play and make a drive.
So big 3rd down conversion for the Rams here, if they can do it. Boyd in his backfield. And he hands it off, and a nice piece of running there by Brooks Eastburn. It's going to be short of the 1st down, but it's going to at least help the punt cause.
Yeah,
that brings up 4th down.
I mean, throwing it would have given them the better chance of getting the 1st down, but certainly it wouldn't have given them. There's a very small chance that they would have even gotten it, and that would have forced them. If they missed it, they would have had to kick a very, very difficult punt. So at least running it gives them a little bit more space to kick this punt and pin the Indians a little farther back into their own side of the field.
Well, the Rams were lining up to it appeared to go for it, maybe with the pooch kick, but they did bring on the punt team with Jaden Duggar back deep and Cameron Thomas for the Indians back deep. Nice punt there. And the ball's going to be fielded at about the 48-yard line.
That's an illegal block in the back. That's coming back.
And we got a flag on the field.
Great play by Paul Mary, working his way up the field very quickly and forcing that Indian player to make that block if he wanted that return to go anywhere.
So Jaden Duggar with the return there for the Indians. But again, like Justin said, there's a flag on the play.
On the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 9. It's a 10-yard spot of the foul. 1st down, Penn Hills.
And so the Indians are going to be taking over, but thanks to the penalty, it's going to push the ball back to the 50-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 50 with 6:44 remaining in the football game, with your Rams leading by a score of 21-14.
Even though the Indians are already at the 50-yard line, that was a huge win for the Rams. They went from basically their own end zone to the 50-yard line.
Hand off to Key, who again runs it to the right side of the field, still on his feet, and eventually either pushed out of bounds or brought down at about the 48-yard line.
I couldn't quite see who that player was, but that safety flew in there and made that tackle. Great job by him.
Yeah, there was a whole skirmish of players there I couldn't really see myself. So they're going to spot the ball at about the 49. So a gain of 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 with about 6:10 left in the football game.
I still like these play calls. Keep on running the ball outside of where the defensive line can make a large impact.
So Duggar back. Low snap. Is able to pick it up. Looks downfield. Scrambles. Still on his feet. Scrambling to the outside. And he's eventually pushed out of bounds. He might actually lose a yard. And we'll see where they spot the ball. But that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Indians.
Yeah, that low snap broke his rhythm right there, and he was forced to just scramble and work his way back up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd and long right here.
So a loss of a yard on the play back to the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to be back on the 50. So 3rd and 10 with 5:54 left in the game. So Duggar back with 2 backs in the field with him. And he's going to drop back to throw. He looks downfield, scrambles, he's being pressured, he's being wrapped up, and he's going to be hit for a loss.
Great play by the defensive line. I mean, even though the defensive line got that sack, that was a coverage sack. He was looking around for a receiver to throw it to, but everyone was covered up. All 3 receivers were covered up by their cornerback or safety, and that forced him to just scramble around, and his time ran out, and the defensive line was able to make that sack. Excellent job by the coverage and sack, and this is going to set up the Rams to, at the bare minimum, take away a lot of time in this clock and give the... Ooh, that was almost blocked.
So Mellis with the fair catch. And that's about the 12-yard line. So a nice punt there by Rosemeyer, which the punt was almost blocked. So the Rams are going to be, let's see where they spot the ball.
So we're probably going to see a lot more running, even though the Rams have been running the majority of the time, but they have a huge incentive to keep running the ball here, to keep the clock rolling. And the Indians already used one of their timeouts too, so if the Rams can burn a significant amount of time here on the clock on this drive, it's going to be real tough for the Indians to drive down and get a touchdown.
So they spot the ball at the 14-yard line.
Whatever the Rams do, they cannot have a turnover here on this side of the field. That would be devastating.
Well, knock on wood here. So 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. Rams take over. Boyd with Eastburn back there. And they hand the ball off to Eastburn, and he takes it up the middle. Once again following his blockers, but he's only able to pick up a couple yards. So that's going to be 2nd down and 6, so a gain of 4 on the play.
And at this point, I think the Indians know that the Rams are going to run it, but in spite of that, they're still able to pick up 3 yards, and that's pretty impressive. They know what the play call is, but the offensive line for the Rams is just beating the defensive line. They're just winning their one-on-ones, giving the running backs some space to run.
So we got a flag on the play here. Right before the snap.
False start.
That's going to be a false start against the Rams, so it's going to be pushing the ball back. So it's going to be 2nd and 11, back on their own 13-yard line. But the clock is still running. It's about 4:20 left in the 4th quarter.
So this is going to make it a little more interesting. The Rams are probably going to have to throw it on one of these downs if they want to pick it up.
And the handoff to Eastburn. He makes a nice cut, a nice move. And he's going to probably get back to where he was before after his last run. And Penn Hills is going to take their 2nd timeout to stop the clock at 4:08. So with this timeout, I'd like to take a chance to thank our sponsor for Pine-Richland Television, Supremo's Pizzeria. Supremo's Pizzeria has 2 locations in Mars and in Evans City. Supremo's Pizzeria, order online at supremospizzeria.com. Supremo's Pizzeria, where taste reigns supreme.
So this is going to be an interesting choice by the Rams to throw this ball, try to pick up this 1st down, or just run it, pick up a couple yards, and punt it. Obviously, with running the ball, it's going to keep the clock running for sure, but I mean, maybe they'll go for just a short throw, a high percentage throw, and then maybe just catch short, run long. We'll see what they do.
3rd and 7 on their own 17.
3rd and 7 on the 17-yard line for the Rams.
And Boyd fires to his open man, and it's caught.
That looks like it's going to be a 1st down. Wow, that was a gutsy play call.
So Vasily Valerios, he gets the 1st down. So just like Justin said, a gutsy call, and the Rams are able to pay off. But we do have a Penn Hills Indian down on the field, so that's going to stop the clock at 3:59.
Yeah, with that play call, it picks up that 1st down, and then we've got at least 3 plays to run the clock down because they have 1 timeout left. So it looks like they're going to have, I mean, assuming that the Rams do not pick up this 1st down, the Indians will have around a minute to 2 minutes to drive down the field and get a touchdown. Just an excellent job by Boyd to throw that ball, and number 5 to catch that ball to pick up that 1st down. Big play.
So the Indians players back up, and he's hobbling off the field, but it's good to see him back up. And right there we have our Pine-Richland Rams cheerleaders looking on the sideline. And the clock begins to run again with 3:50 left. The Rams 1st down. They converted. So it's 1st and 10 on their own 29.
Yeah, I'd be surprised here if the Rams just don't run the ball.
Boyd taking his time out there to call the play. And he hands the ball off. A nice run there by Eastburn. He's brought down and he's still in bounds. And we could hear the Indians coaches saying, push him out of bounds, but he stayed in. But we got another Indian down on the play at about the 40.
This offensive line for the Rams has been impressive this entire game, but these last couple plays have just been incredibly impressive. Just the defensive line, the linebackers, the safeties, the corners, they all know the Pine-Richland is gonna run the ball. In spite of that, the offensive line is still able to get a push and open up holes. This has just been an excellent showing by the front five.
So Penn Hills was forced to take their last timeout. So they are out of timeouts with 3:21 remaining in the football game, with your Pine-Richland Rams leading by a score of 21-14. So the ball is going to be spotted on the 34-yard line of the Rams, so it's going to be 2nd down and 5 on their own 34 when they break the huddle.
Yep, they're bringing Jeremiah in behind the line. Probably going to see some sort of run here.
And Boyd hands it off to Eastburn. He runs it up the middle. Nice run there. Hard yardage to run right there, and he's able to get close to the first down. I would say he's about maybe a yard or 2 yards short.
Like I mentioned before, they keep on bringing Jeremiah in behind the line. Usually they've been motioning him in, and the running back's been running behind him. I mean, Jeremiah's a big guy. He's able to take on those linebackers and make some space for his running back. But it all starts with the offensive line winning against the D-line, and they're doing that.
3rd and 1, ball on the 38-yard line of the Rams.
And at this point, all the safeties are in the box. They are defending the run, but we'll see if they can still stop him.
And they hand it off to Eastburn. He cuts outside. He's got the first down and then some. And he's eventually wrapped up and brought down around the 45-yard line. So a nice big run there for Eastburn to move the chains. And more importantly, the Rams have the first down.
What a play call. There's the linebacker, the safety, and the D lineman all in the box, all waiting to stop the run. And they expected a run inside, but the coach called a run to the outside and stretched that defense and allowed the speed of Eastburn to make a play and pick up that first down. Excellent play and excellent execution. Excellent execution.
Yes, that's a hard back-to-back word to say. So the Rams letting the play clock running down to 2 seconds before they call it. And they get it to Eastburn. He runs it right up the gut. Nope, make that Palmieri. And Palmieri's going to be stopped for no gain. That's going to stay on the 46. 2nd down as the clock runs down to 1.5 minutes. So the Rams continue to allow the play clock to run very, very close to expiration as Boyd looks to the sideline for the play call. Checks back in. And almost dropped the ball off the snap.
Jeez.
But Palmieri was able to hold on somehow, and the Rams are going to lose a yard or so.
That was an excellent showcase of Palmieri's strength right there. He just carried that man on his back for around 3 yards to fight his way back near the line of scrimmage. Looks like the Rams are gonna be able to run out the clock now at this point.
It's gonna be 3rd down and 11. And the Rams, as long as they hold on to the football here, and they take a kneel, and that's it.
That's the game.
So as the clock winds down, your Pine-Richland Rams hold on in a turnover fest from both teams to defeat the Penn Hills Indians by a score of 21-14. The Rams with a big victory, their first victory in their first conference game, so that's definitely going to help their chances getting into the playoffs. The Rams were able to capitalize on a lot of turnovers, just as the Indians were. Right now we have some out-of-town scores we can take a look at. So North Hills beat Kiski area by a score of 14-0. Mount Lebanon is still winning over North Allegheny by a score of 41-20. The Gateway Gators crushed the Latrobe Wildcats 53-7. And we just found out that the Fox Chapel and Shaler game, we have no score to report. So best of luck to both teams tonight. So with that being said, the Rams with a big conference victory, their first conference game of the season. So, Justin, what is your final takeaway from tonight's game?
I mean, the final takeaway is just the dominance of the offensive line for the Rams. I mean, the Rams were able to win this game because they were able to run when they wanted, and they were able to pick up yards even when the defense knew that they were going to run. And the offensive line, along with, you can't forget about Eastburn and Paul Mary and their excellent running, their excellent decision making. And the Rams defense also did their part, kept them to only 14 points, and helped them win this game. It was an excellent showing by both sides of the ball. And I think this game shows why the Rams are still, in spite of the fact they're only 3-3, but they're still ranked very highly in 5A. And this team, if they keep playing like this, they're going to make it to the playoffs.
I like what you said, Justin. So we'd like to thank everybody behind the scenes tonight for the Pine-Richland television crew. I am Aaron Kaler. Alongside me tonight was Justin Puthenperial. Thank you so much, Justin. Nicola and Colin, get better. We'll hopefully see you in a couple weeks. If not, you'll get Justin and I, which isn't a bad thing. Thank you for watching tonight. Have a safe drive home for anyone that's driving home. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care, everybody. Good night.